Welcome back to IPCPR 2017 with Cigar Federation. I'm Tripp here with Steve Abbott from Macanudo. We're standing in front of the Macanudo Inspirato Orange. Can you talk a little bit about that? We're going to move on to the white and the black next.
Yeah, no, Inspirato Orange, actually the whole Inspirato brand is the big focus for us this year. We launched Inspirato Orange internationally 2 years ago and then brought it to the US last year. And that's a brand that's designed basically for a global palate. So, we were looking for something that could compete with, the Cuban cigars overseas, and it did really, really well for us. And that same kind of trend continued when we brought it to the US. So it's the Macanudo Orange is a medium profiled cigar, very, very nice, and it's just been doing really well. So our thinking was to expand that profile, that medium profile, into Macanudo White, Macanudo Inspirato White with more of a mild profile, and then Macanudo Inspirato Black with more of a full.
Sure.
So now consumers have like a full range of body profiles to choose from.
All right, well, let's talk about the Inspirato White.
Sounds great.
Here we are at the Inspirato White. Steve, tell us what the white's all about.
Yeah, the white's basically a mild profile cigar, and it starts with an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper that's aged for 6 years. We have an Indonesian binder, and then filler from Nicaragua, from the Condega region, Jalapa, and then some Mexican San Andreas. So it's a really nice, that cream, kind of that Connecticut shade profile, where you get that creamy, nutty taste, but with a lot of with some spice, so a lot of flavor from Jalapa. So just a nice, morning cigar if you're looking for something mild with, a lot of flavor.
Great. Let's talk about the black now.
Sounds great.
And here we are at the black. Tell us about the black.
Well, Tripp, the black is a fuller profile in the Inspirato line. We start with a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro wrapper. Sure. We have an Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and then filler from Esteli. So it's kind of, they got that classic Maduro profile where there's, a lot of sweetness, some chocolate notes, and some coffee. Something interesting that we're doing though on the wrapper for this particular blend is we used an experimental process to really try to jack the flavor up on the wrapper, and we increase the spacing of the plants in the field to allow some more light to get to the actual leaves. We trimmed the bottom leaves and then topped it a little bit lower than what we typically do. So right when that plant's starting to flower, we trim that down, and what that does is that really kind of concentrates the nutrients into those middle leaves. We get a nice thick leaf.
Yeah.
It ends up being stronger, a little bit more sweeter once we go through the Maduro process. So it just ends up being a really nice, full-flavored, fuller body cigar in the Inspirato line.
That one sounds really great. Thank you very much for your time, Steve. Really appreciate it. Have a great show.